Thank you. Thank you so much. We are Kittel & Co. Or Kittel & Company. Kittel & Co. if you're into the whole brevity thing. And we're very, very happy to be back here on a Metaphysical Wednesday here. And thank you for being here with us. We started off there with a couple of tunes that we're happy to report, yes, they're still number one on the Fiddle Camp charts after all these years at the Boxing Reels. And then we went into a brand new tune there called Springville, named after a tiny town in West New York that we were just at yesterday, in fact. And we did a residency there last year and the year before, and I got to spend a lot of time working on new music and connecting with the community there. I wrote that tune for them. And speaking of good tunes, we're going to play a tune now by one of the great writers of awesome tunes, Mr. J.S. Bach, who we already heard a little Bach tonight. Yes, writes the best tunes. And we'll play one for you. We've played this one at Watermelon Wednesdays before, back by popular demand. This is a version of Preludio. It's originally a solo violin piece, and I heard it, in fact, on mandolin. Josh was playing it one day, and I thought, what better than to add a bunch of stuff to this perfect, as it is, violin piece. This is Preludio. My great pleasure to introduce the members of the band. We've got, oh my gosh, just some of my favorite buddies and musicians here on stage with me. I'm very fortunate. And on the mandolin, the Southeastern heavyweight champion, undisputed, from Tampa, Florida, that's Josh Pinkham. On the guitar, the amazing, he's originally from the west coast of Canada. Now he moved to Montreal fairly recently, ever since he doesn't speak English to any of us anymore, but that's okay. And he's amazing. That's Quinn Bashan. On the bass, we've got, from the Midwest like myself, the amazing Jacob Warren. Mighty zither, the hammer dulcimer tonight, that's Simon Chrisman. So we've played this next one once or twice here at Watermelon Wednesdays for sure. Never on a Thursday, of course. That's a joke that's going to keep on giving. And this one, we were so honored to get the Grammy nomination for this one a few years back on our first album as a band. Has anybody not ever seen us before? I'm assuming there's some new folks. What are we looking? Wonderful, nice mix, cool. So we were nominated for Best Instrumental Composition, and we had some good company. There was an up-and-coming composer named John Williams as one of the nominees, and there was also a kind of obscure art film called Avengers Infinity War as one of the 5 nominees, and then there was Kittel & Co. War also as one of the 5 as well. So big honor. We'll play that tune for you now. This is Christmas. can smile even though it's taken. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. Smile through your fears and sorrows. Smile, maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness. Hold every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, sometime you must keep on trying. Smile's the use of crying. You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just I said 17. Clearly. That's Quinn Bashand over there, everybody. Give him one more hand for it. He's also shockingly good at Mario Kart and many other things which you may experience tonight in some way, shape, or form. We will leave it at that. And he's a mensch, so we love him, and happy birthday, Quinn. Well, we're going to do a new one here for you, brand new. This one is this is a new one right here. Here we go. through all of the worlds and all of the realms. A whisper of light far in the dark. Spark I saw then the way you went. If it doesn't end around we spin, and I'll stay within to find you. That was a new tune, another new one, written in the aforementioned Springville, New York, about as far as you can go west in New York, where when they're talking in New York State about going over to the city, they're talking about Buffalo. And that tune there is called the Springville Shuffle, not to be confused with Springville, which we played earlier. Yes, yes. And, well, let's see. We all got up to kind of unexpected things in one way or another during the last few years. I know people got into baked goods, a lot of people first, and then a lot of people got into Tiger King. That was a big thing. And I played a lot of guitar, which was a lot of fun. I think Josh over here, though, takes the cake for interesting activities. First, he called me and let me know that he had learned to professionally braid bullwhips because the sonic boom was really cool. And so on our first tour back after everything, we were at gas stations and he was doing the sonic boom there in between the semis, which is pretty funny. But then you called me and you let me know that you had just procured a pair of, as I understand, adorable goats. This is correct? And I think this is new since we were here last time, the goats, yeah.
It is in fact correct, yeah. And to be more specific, they are Nigerian dwarf goats. See, some of you know already. They are. So, my wife came in one morning and she said, hey honey, we need to get goats. We have enough land. And apparently they're amazing and really easy to take care of. And I said, oh, okay, well that's crazy because the only videos that I've really seen of goats were the ones that are doing the crazy like blubbering thing, you know, where they're like all the time. And then also them just butting people violently in other countries, you know, like nice ladies taking home their groceries and stuff. So I didn't have high hopes for the goats. But then she showed me pictures and explained some more about them. So we went finally to this farm a few days later where they had two young Nigerian dwarf goats. They were about 4 months old when we checked them out. And as soon as we got there, I just was blown away by how adorable these little guys are. They have like these permanent smiles always. Their lips are just always kind of smiling, and their lips are the cutest things ever. They're so soft. They don't have bottom teeth, whereas the top teeth on the front. Anyway, one or the other. They only got one side, which is adorable in and of itself. But anyway, we met them, and they said, yeah, this is Buckwheat and Clover. It was a brother and a sister. And immediately I decided I wanted to name them Sarah and Abraham, because out of those two, I was going to create a large nation of goats. But then I found out you can't do that with siblings, so we stuck with buckwheat and clover, and it's just been a joy. It's been one of the best experiences of my life, going out every morning and them just sprinting towards you, bounding, happy. They're amazing. Oh, and if anybody wants a bullwhip, contact me. It's JP's Florida Crackers.
Years ago, my roommate in New York used to come home, and he would be sitting in the living room listening to like Metallica, Slayer, and Motorhead like all at the same time. And so I got kind of a very rudimentary metal education through him. And he heard this next one on a live stream sometime recently, and he texted me to let me know that he thinks it's the most metal of any Kittel & Co. tunes yet. Here we go. It's time to move on, it's time to get going. What lies ahead, I have no way of knowing. Under my feet, babe, the grass is growing. It's time to move on, it's time to get going. Broken skyline, moving through the airport. She's an honest defector, conscientious objector, now her own protector. Yeah, broken skyline, which way to love land, which way to something better, which way to forgiveness, which way do I go? Yeah, it's time to move on, time to get going. What lies ahead, I have no way of knowing. Under my feet, babe, the grass is growing. It's time to move on, it's time to get going. Sometime later, getting the words wrong, wasting the meaning, losing the rhyme. It's like nauseous adrenaline, picking up a dogfight, like a deer in the headlights, frozen in real time. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, it's time to move on, it's time to get going. What lies ahead, I have no way of going. Under my feet, babe, the grass is growing. It's time to move on, time to get going. going. What lies ahead, I have no way of knowing. But under my feet, babe, the grass is growing. It's time to move on, time to get going. Yeah, it's time to move on, it's time to get going. What lies ahead, I have no way of knowing. But under my feet, babe, the grass is growing. It's time to move on, time to get going. Yeah, it's time to move on, time to get going. Well, you guys seriously are a lovely audience, and this is seriously a wonderful room. We always love playing at the chapel too for the acoustics, but this is beautiful as well. It's so nice in here for acoustic music. And yeah, thank you guys. How are you? How are you? Okay. We've just got we know we can't live in this space forever with you, so we've got just a handful more, if that. And this one here is another brand new one. This is, well, yeah, this is maybe one of the newer ones we're doing. It's more interesting to play it than really to talk about it when I have nothing prepared to say in general. We've had a great tour. We started. This is nearing the end of this tour. This little winter run of dates. I'll give you $5. Oh, you gave it to me. And we started off at the Kennedy Center in D.C. Last Friday, so that's almost a week ago, I guess. And they have a new space down there as part of the whole Kennedy Center. A bunch of new spaces, in fact. We played at the new theater there. It was amazing, beautiful place. Although I gotta say the acoustics in here are pretty darn nice. And then we went to Ohio and Pennsylvania, New York State, and now we're here. By the way, if you have any friends in Rhode Island or in Eastern Massachusetts, or if you just want to hop in the van, then we've got 2 more shows left on this run. We're playing tomorrow night in Groton, Massachusetts, a beautiful new center there. New theater, a double bill with our friend Maeve Gilchrist, wonderful musician, harp player, yeah. And then at the Blackstone River Theater in Rhode Island on Saturday night. And then on Sunday, we're not going to try to compete with the Super Bowl. We decided we'll just go home and do some rooting. So anyway, here you go. This is this new song here. This is how it begins. It goes very Andy Kaufman from here.
Quinn starts wrestling a woman.
You want it. Wanna be free. They've got it. Got what you need. It makes sense. makes sense to me. Remember back when it mattered. I recall I fought them long as I could. They took him right where he stood. So I dream of when we are friends, making amends. I saw what they did. I know what they did. Remember back when guys. Well, as we said, we can't live here together forever in this moment. And that's okay, too. That's all right. But thank you guys so much for listening. And please, again, a big hand for, on the bass, that's Jacob Warren. On the dulcimer, Simon Chrisman. Joshua Pickham. And Bertha Boyd, Quinn Bashan. Thank you so much to Paul and to Claudia and to everybody here as well for making this space available and having this be a place where we can be. And thanks to all of you again for listening so much. We would be happy to say hi after the show if you want to. We do have, I will say, really an amazing product line in the creative process right now. We've got the Kittel & Co. coasters are in production right now. We have the Kittel & Co. kettle corn is in the tasting stages. The Kittel & Co. Kittel & Co. kibble is also in the tasting stages as well. It's all so delicious. And so that's all happening. We're very excited about that. Tonight we have some incredibly comfortable t-shirts. Just Kittel & Co. t-shirts. If you want to pick up some bling, they're just so comfortable. Sometimes I just melt thinking about how comfortable they are. And I'd be happy to help you out. And there's also, I've heard that they also have something to do with contributing to the petroleum for the Ford Transit Fund as well, which is an interesting thing about that. It helps us get to the next gig. And we have our Kittel & Co. Chris on the sound. Give Chris Ackland, please, a big hand. Every good quintet has 6 people in it these days, I tell you. So, well, this is a tune we like to play. This is Olmsted, and it's named after Frederick Law Olmsted, but as I mentioned here at Watermelon Wednesdays before, it is also a tribute to my dad's side of the family, who are all electricians who all love bad puns. So for them, this is Olmsted. Shucks. We'll leave you guys with some Irish tunes at the end here. St. Paddy's isn't too far away. I don't know how much St. Paddy's has to do with Irish music sometimes. A little more to do with other things. What did you say, sorry? Well, yes, that is exactly what I was implying, yes. I heard a question. Thank you guys again so much. We'll play a short tune before that that's was written for somebody very dear and close to us who then later passed away very young. And so this goes to anyone who recently lost somebody or is still grieving in some way. It's called the Moon Waltz. And it's called that because it's in a very, very slow 3/4. Very slow waltz, like you're maybe waltzing on the moon. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a beautiful night.